For these cabinet doors, instead of a panel, I'm using a decorative metal grill. These come from Van Dyke's Restorers. It's a very heavy-duty piece of hardware and not something that you want to cut with a pair of tin snips. In this video, I'll show you how to get a nice straight cut and then how I install it in the back of the door. I will be making a few sparks, so I'm making the cut outside. And the first thing I'm doing is putting down a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. This gives me something to screw my straight edge down to. So now I'm going to put down a piece of cardboard. Here's the metal grill. Originally, this piece was 36 by 48. It comes in a few different sizes. I'm putting down another piece of cardboard, and I'll put the grill on top of that. You can see the grill has kind of an accordion-like effect to it, which will change the dimensions. So what I like to do is first get the grill to what I would consider a happy medium, so somewhere in the middle. I think that looks pretty good. And from there, I'll get ready to cut my first dimension, which is the width of the panel. The width of the door opening in the back is 8 3/8. So I'll make a mark at 8 1/4. That gives me a little room to work with. And I'm making a mark just about every 12 inches or so. I'm using a piece of 1/2 inch plywood for my straight edge. And you can see I have a few different holes that are pre-drilled through the straight edge. And that gives me a few options to align the straight edge so I don't hit the metal grill when I screw through the straight edge into the plywood underneath the cardboard. Now I have the straight edge screwed in place. That locks up the grill. I'm going to use an abrasive wheel in the grinder. I can use the edge of the plywood as my straight edge because the wheel is designed to cut metal, not wood, so it's not going to cut into the plywood straight edge. And I'll make this cut in real time so you can see exactly how long it'll take to make the cut. It's going to take me about 1.5 minutes to make this cut, so go ahead and fast forward if you like. But this will give you a good idea of what to expect when cutting the grill. I'll start the cut with a long score, cutting all the way along the fence, and then come back to the start and individually cut through each wire. You can see how the wheel drops down with each full cut. For the cross cut, I'll repeat the process. 24 1/4. This one's a little bit easier since I don't have to find a space inside the grill. I can just line the holes up just outside the cut. That'll clamp the grill and the straight edge in place. And look at that, I just about did the wrong thing. I don't want the straight edge to be on this side of the line, because then that would take away this thickness of the blade from my measurement. I want the straight edge to be on this side of the line. Again, I'll make this cut in real time. Okay, let's hope that this is a nice fit. Looks pretty good. I should mention that I did deburr the cut a little bit with a sanding disc in the grinder after making the cut. Now I'll lock the grill in place using a little molding I made with a table saw. With small molding like this, it's a good idea to use a sacrificial fence that'll support the molding while making the cut. This may be one of those steps that's not really necessary, but I like to add just a little hot glue every few inches, kind of help lock everything in place. Just a small dab. I've got 23 gauge pin nails in the pin nailer, 3/4 inch long. And I'll just work my way around the door. All right, well, I am really happy with the way this cabinet turned out. These grills, I think, are just really substantial. You could probably tell when I was cutting them. They've got a very heavy-duty quality feel. Really nice door pulls. My wife picked out the grills and the pulls and the placement of the pulls. I wouldn't have thought of this, but of course, she's right. This is going into my kitchen. I'm kind of doing a kitchen renovation a little at a time. With 5 people in the house, I wasn't about to gut the kitchen. So last year I put new windows in the kitchen, put a little bead molding on the walls, and this is just going to hang in the kitchen on a French cleat. Eventually I'll start on the other side of the kitchen, kind of just doing one cabinet at a time. So really happy with the way this turned out. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. We have to get it kind of high.
Look like that.
Let's get closer to the wall, see what happens. Sure you don't have enough counter space? Or
I'm gonna try.
you want me to get on?
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Wait, don't step on that. That's why I'm getting you to chair.
Let me just see if there's something here.
There's a step ladder right there.
That's perfect. I don't need it. This is perfect. Put this on here so it's a bit. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I can put my knee on here.
All right.
How are you lifting this? Just with your fingers on the side?
Well, you're gonna want to get. You're not gonna want to have your fingers back there. Let's make sure we're sort of centered first.
I think I'm pretty got like a perfect inch.
Yeah, but I think we can go to you a little bit. Go to you. Okay. You can go with the crown.
Okay.
You can go with this, and then maybe underneath. So I think go lean back first, then underneath. Then once you just let it slide on there. Are you good?
I'm on. I think I'm on. I think we're on.
Let me just double check. Yeah, we're on.
I'm 18. Perfect 18.
Let me see. Okay, we have to come to me. I know exactly what to go. Just come to me. This is actually going to work good because it cuts this seam out, cut a little bit more. Perfect. We're good. We don't have to measure because I like where it is.